Firescape summary, inspection video, Firescape engineers. We are at 25th Street here in Corvallis, Oregon. What we have is a 3-story house with a 2-landing Firescape with a staircase to the ground. More paint and rust, about 50% has rust and mold already built in. And what we have is a Firescape that has original hardware, as we've been seeing throughout the campus, and also a lot of welds, which makes all these welds unverifiable connecting. One of the first things I want to talk about is the connecting points to the wall. I can verify this connection here, and the Firescape does seem a little loose, but so we can verify this connection going to the wall. As I start walking down, what I've noticed already is my clips for my staircase, and what I have here is a combination of rivets here, original hardware here, and already a build-up of rust coming down this, or build up inside of this plate, which means that if I was to load test or apply any kind of force, these will break. And I have that going on the left side and on the top side of this staircase stringer, which is this over here. And this is actually what's supporting this staircase going down to this platform. So right now this is a problem right here. We have enough rust growing inside the guts of the plate that will fail this connection. Going down, so what I have is rivets. All these treads are rivets, and some of them have been banded with a weld. So it's recommended to replace this rivet, all these rivets, with 2 brand new bolts, and that will nullify or take care of the problem. The same problem I have down here, which is basically your original hardware clip and your welds, which they have enough rust growing inside the connection. In this particular platform, what we noticed was we have, and I'm going to point it out this way, we have enough rust building up here. We have enough rust building up here and here, as it points out here with my finger. Oh, right here, that basically this entire landing, it's starting to raise due to the amount of rust that we have growing in this connection right here. And also there's another one too that you can see from below the staircase, that it has a lot of rust already growing, which is basically exploding your connecting points in this flats, in this landing. So again, we start having a lot of issues with the rust here, and could be due to it's covered with a tree, so it doesn't see a lot of sunlight, but we've noticed a lot of rust. And this is starting to pick up, lift. These are lift. Also here, you can see the trip has right here. So now as I go down the staircase, the last staircase, what I want to point out is what we've noticed is definitely a big concern for us. It's basically this here. See how much rust? That's the neglect. That's 25, 50, if not more years of neglect that allow this to grow this much. And there we have. So basically, this entire landing support is jeopardized, and you can see how it's kind of raising itself out because of the amount of rust growing inside this 2-jointed plate and angle and the support. So that's definitely a concern, and there's a problem. And now what I've seen with these treads, although they are rivet here, as you can see here, these are all rivet treads, they've been at one point welded. All these most of them have been welded to kind of band-aid the solution. And as per code now, the Firescapes cannot be welded anymore, as EPA so states. Any Firescape that's presumed or have lead cannot be any more welding. So EPA certified licensed contractor definitely have to be involved, and no more welding on Firescapes of last year, April of last year. Here is a Firescape inspection summary video, 25th Street, Firescape Engineers, 800-649-3333, 800-649-3333, Firescape number 1. Inspection summary video, Firescape Engineers, Corvallis, Oregon. We are Firescape number 2 of 25th Street, and what we have here is a 3-story house, so it's the same house, and we have a 100% welded fire escape, which as I mentioned before, all these welded fire escapes, all the connections are unverifiable at this point, which need to be either verified with another bolt and in the connection in order to certify that connection. More rust and paint. This is about 25%, 75% rate, having 25% being on the rust side. As I go down again, what I've noticed was basically all my joints that have been welded or are welded, and they are on there. It's what we call the unverified connection due to there's no bolt that we could replace. So solution for these type of connectors or connections is have a plate from here to here with a bolt here, or 2 bolts here and 2 bolts here, and that would be your primary connecting point, which will nullify the welded here. So that's what we see here. Well, and what I see here is this connection to the roof, and these are lock bolted to the roof. And based on what I can see here, I'm assuming this is an aluminum casing that has some sort of a wood underneath where these screws are bolted to, lock bolted to. That's what I see connecting to the roof. Again, all welded. So let's go down. And the same problems as we saw upstairs, or the same recommendations we see upstairs, we see down here. And this is basically an all welded fire escape, which all the connecting points are welded, which in order to verify or certify, we need to replace it with a bolt. This is Fire Escape Engineers summary inspection summary for Corvallis, Oregon. Fire Escape Engineers, 800-649-3333, 800-649-3333.